Usually you have about 3 to 4 people that are your traditional reservists that are underneath of you that will come out your 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. But I am full-time here, so it's usually myself and my lead that will be working on the aircraft. And then if we can get an additional hand or two, they'll come over and help as well.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers, fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
When I was in high school, I wanted to join the military. My dad said, "No, I don't want you to do that." So I was like, all right, that's fine. Well, a few years ago, he was like, "Hey, I regret every single day not telling you not to do this and do something that you want to do and that you love." He's like, "Go do it." So when I came out here, I was 37 years old. I came out to the recruiter and I said, "Where do I sign?" And she was like, do you want to know the jobs that we have available? And I laughed and I giggled and I said, I guess. I said that, I guess so. So she talked about this position and this job, and I said, absolutely. I said, I want to do something different. So this is where I ended up. I am currently a C-130 maintainer. I am a crew chief on the C-130s that you see behind me. What I do is basically I am in charge of all of the maintenance on the airplane itself. So I'm in charge of everything from your pre-flights to your through flights to your post-flights, the flying. I'm basically the one that says it's airworthy, and I'm giving it over to ops and saying, hey, you guys are able to fly it. As a crew chief, you kind of dabble in everything here. So you know a little bit about everything. A lot of people say we're, a good master of everything here, but yet we don't have a specific skill set. So we have specialties that actually work with us. That's engines, avionics, and they're actually specialties, and that's what they specialize in. Whereas we just kind of have to have a general knowledge of the entire aircraft. Some of the requirements for this job, you go away for 6 months after basic training, you do tech school. During those 6 months, you learn about the aircraft. You learn a lot of how it operates, all of the systems, how everything works. You learn how to do some of the components with classroom work. You also learn how to do hands-on training. You just do a lot of hands-on training. Then when you come back here, you will actually do additional training. So you'll have more training, and it just basically hones in on your skills that you have learned at tech school when you come back here, just to make you a better maintainer. When I was actually at tech school, I studied every single night. I applied everything that I learned that day. I made note cards. Everything that I was taught, we had blocks. So each block was a different system of the aircraft, whether that's refueling or fuels, electronics or something like that. So each block, it was broken down for us to better understand. But during that time, we spent a lot of time just studying. And since I kind of am a perfectionist, or I try to be, I want to learn and absorb as much as I can. So I applied that and just really dove into the books and really studied everything. On our team, we have a lead, which is called the dedicated crew chief. You have the assistant, which is myself. I'm an assistant on one of the aircraft. And then usually you have about 3 to 4 people that are your traditional reservists that are underneath of you that will come out your 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. But I am full-time here, so it's usually myself and my lead that will be working on the aircraft. And then if we can get an additional hand or two, they'll come over and help as well. What I love about this job is that no 2 days are the same. Every day is different, but on an average day, we come in, you get your morning briefing. That's where you'll get all of your tasks. The pro soup will tell you what you're going to be tasked with, what airplane you're going to be working on, and what you need to accomplish, whether that's a pre-flight, a through flight, troubleshooting malfunctions, anything of those sorts. And then you go out to the flight line, or sometimes you're lucky enough to work inside the hangar, especially when it's kind of cold or really hot outside.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers, fiercely local, fiercely loyal.